Hey, how's everybody doing? I am coming to you from a different platform. I have decided to step away from Zoom for a minute and do things more productively. I want to welcome my family. I'm going to see how this looks. I'm going to see if I'm going to change my background, if I'm going to stop blurring it. I haven't figured it out yet. Um, and I'm just still trying to figure this whole thing out. So I may be doing this again tomorrow. Because as it stands now, I'm looking at what virtual background I'm trying to change it to. Don't want to take the background off. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, don't want to do that. It just looks a little weird as I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. That's more like me with the books. And then I got the blue, go girl. But I'm an intellectual. I like to think I am. Oh my gosh. One of the things I love about this podcast business is that you could do a lot of organic things and you could do some things that people may not consider like, oh, what is she doing? Why is she doing all of this? She's just doing too much. But when you're trying to work things out and you're trying to figure out what's the best fit for you, sometimes you just have to do it in real time. I mean, it doesn't always mean that we're going to have it right or it's going to be perfect because I think people get caught up in this perfection thing. And this is not about being perfect. It's about delivering information and empowerment and helping everybody be the best version of themselves. And in the process, I am becoming the best version of myself. So give me grace, please, because I give you grace. All right. Thank you very much. So I'd like to welcome you to the comfort zone. This is the place where you can determine whether you are ready to step out of your comfort zone or not. But remember, you are right either way. I am your host. My name is Donna E. Williams, owner of Donna's Touch LLC, where everything I touch comes from the heart. Today's episode, we are at episode number 20. And I hope you guys have had the opportunities to see my interview. I've done 3 interviews. I plan to do more. I have a whole lineup of people that I want to interview. Some of them I might have to drag them kicking and screaming. Isn't that fun? Isn't that such a visual? So today's episode is going to be about who gets access. Yeah, who? How do you give access and what is your vetting process? I might have talked about the vetting process before. I'm going to talk about it again because I feel that there isn't enough conversation around who gets access to your life. Just recently, I attended a memorial for a good friend of mine, Carol Smith, who passed on in December. She left this realm and entered the next realm. And we were trying to have a memorial for her several times to give the community, the house community who loved her and who she loved dearly, an opportunity to say their farewells and wish her guidance for the ancestors. And every time we tried to plan it, the weather was like, nope, try again. And then we tried another time, and the weather said, nope, try again. So we said, you know what? We're going to put it off till at least the spring. And so we had it on Sunday in Brooklyn. Shout out to Bogart House. They did us well. We had a wonderful time. They treated us like family. It was an excellent occasion, excellent time to get together. And we bid, I won't say farewell, but we were able to be at peace with the passing of our dear sister. So one of the things I spoke about, because I was asked to speak, I wanted to speak. Carol was one of my dearest friends, and her passing was sudden, wasn't unexpected. It was unexpected. I may have said that incorrectly, but she's Ariana's other godmom. And I spoke about access. And I thought that that was such a important topic. Maybe, well, yes, it was important at that time because I spoke about how when her and I became friends in the very beginning, I didn't have access to her life. I didn't have access to her friendship. She vetted me. And I think that we don't do that enough. What is our vetting process? How do you determine who becomes your friend? And what makes them okay? And not just your friend. What about your relationships? What about your relationships in with the your intended, the person that you love? Your relationships with your children, your relationship with your organizations, sorority, fraternity, the links, Jack and Jill, any of these organizations that promote community awareness, togetherness, and want you to meet certain requirements to have access. How much access do you give to them? They require you to do certain things for you to have access. What access do you require? And when I talked about this, I realized that my vetting process sucks. My vetting process needs a overhaul. Okay, that's being nice. A overhaul. My vetting process needs to be redone, restructured. It needs to be. I need to put it through ChatGPT. I need AI to tell me what my vetting process needs to be because I am not good at it. I give too many people access that do not deserve it. I am guilty of loving everyone. You have to do something to me for me to determine that you're not a part of my circle anymore. And then sometimes when that happens, I still don't make the change because my heart is vested in them. And I'm not sure if I want them out of my life. But I'm going to tell you this, people will walk themselves out of your life. And you won't know why. But what you do know is that when they're gone, you'll feel a sense of relief. And you'll be like, oh, they were disturbing my peace. Sometimes we become so accustomed to the stress, to the strain, to the upheaval that we don't even recognize that our peace is being disturbed because we gave the wrong person access. So I want you to think about the definition of access. So I looked it up because I wanted to be sure that I was correct when I talk to y'all. The definition of access is to gain entry or retrieve data, the ability, permission, or means to approach, enter, use, or communicate with a person, place, or thing. The ability, permission, or means to approach, enter, use, or communicate with a person, place, or thing. That is the Webster's definition of access. So, what is your point of access and why is it important? Because, as I just mentioned, peace. Sometimes you think your vulnerability is a way for people to gain access, and it can be. But your vulnerability should not allow you to feel that you can't give people access. I think that when we become vulnerable, we think that we're being soft, we're being irresponsible because the vulnerability is our shield, is our way of protection. And it should determine your access. But sometimes people use your vulnerability against you. Sometimes people see that you might be going through something, that you're not in the place where you should be, and they use that opportunity to gain access to you. And because you're not in the best place that you should be, you give it to them. And then they abuse it. So was vulnerability a bad thing? No, I don't think it is. What I would say is that when you are in a vulnerable place, no one gets access. If they already have it, fine. But if someone new is trying to get it, no. No one gets access. Because unfortunately, when you're in this place of vulnerability, your guard is down. You're not clicking on all cylinders. You're not thinking about the possibility that this person could be trying to do you harm. So you need to protect yourself at all costs and allow yourself the opportunity to just be by yourself. It is okay to spend time with you. If you haven't done that, give it a shot. Just spend time with you. 5, 10 minutes, just thinking about who you are and how you want to show up. What is it that you believe God has for you? Like I said, I believe in the Lord. Whatever your belief is, whatever your higher power is, you go to that higher power and find out what it is for you. Judgment here. I don't place any emphasis on my way is the only way. That's not how I live. I believe what I believe, and I want you to believe what you believe. Because at the end of the day, I think we all want the same thing. We all want to be. We all want joy. We all want happiness. And we all want love. Let everything you do be done in love. That's how I live. I lead with love. Leaders overcome visually everything. So I just wanted to leave you with this. I want you to understand and learn everybody does not deserve access. Take a minute and look at the people who are closest to you. Think about, do they deserve access to your life? Continued access, because if they already have it and you feel that something is off, it probably is. So you need to look at it. Do they deserve it? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to walk away from it? Are you willing to fade to black? That was my thing. I would fade to black. I don't like confrontation. I'm not a confrontational person. So what I would do is I just stop answering calls, I stop talking to you, I block you, whatever. Listen, I don't claim to be perfect. I just talk about the things that I feel are helpful to me and I share them with you. You don't necessarily have to go the route I go. You might want to talk to that person. You might want to find out why they do what they do to you. But here's the thing, they're probably not going to tell you the truth. Because if they know what they've been doing and now they've been found out, yeah, they're not going to tell you. But you can go ask. If you feel comfortable and you think that's the way you can get closure, then go right ahead. Me, when I feel I'm at that place and you don't deserve access, we're done. Because I give people enough rope to hang themselves. And then when they do, we're done. Because at the end of the day, I matter. I matter. I matter. And that's the same way you should feel about yourself. You matter. You're important. And how you feel and how you feel about how people treat you is just as important as how you treat them. So remember, think about if you're getting back what you've been putting out. So you're responsible for your behavior as well as the behavior that's being shown to you. Take accountability. And if you realize that you have been less than the perfect friend, or been less than showing people that you're willing to be in their corner, support them, be there for them, then maybe you need to take a step back. But if you feel that people have been treating you that way, then you need to reassess that relationship and make a decision about it. You may not want to end it right away. You may feel like, oh, maybe I got to look at things a little differently and watch how I interact with them. You may want to do that. But one of the things I realized about my friend Carol, I did not have immediate access. I had to earn my access with Carol. And just because I was introduced to her by a friend that she loved and cherished did not mean I was going to be that same friend. But eventually I did become that same friend. And once she realized that I wasn't there to hurt her, that I was always had her back, she held on to me and wouldn't let me go. And I loved her for that. She did not have a problem introducing me to everybody. Every time I came to the house events and I would show up somewhere, she would take me, do you know so-and-so? And she would take me around and introduce me to everybody. And tell everybody, this is Donna. This is Ariana's godmom. This is Donna. She I'm going to miss her so much. But it just made me realize that how important it is to share this with you. Life is short. We never know how short it's going to be. Make good choices. And although we're not perfect and we can't always make good choices, if you made a bad one, go back and fix it. If that means you got to fade to black, if that means you got to have a conversation, if that means you have to block a number, if that means you have to tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, I ain't rocking with that person no more. Do what you got to do. Take good care of you. always take good care of you because at the end of the day, I want you to remember that you need to celebrate your life because the more you celebrate life, the more life there is to celebrate. I will see you next time on the Comfort Zone. Bye bye.